They say that Demon of Pride is one of the 3 most powerful and dangerous enemies. He is the secret boss of the first location, and I decided not to wait until my character gained powerful abilities, good equipment, and weapons. In this video, I will try to defeat this boss using only dodging and ninjutsu. At first, it seemed like a bad idea, because the boss hardly noticed the damage I was doing to him. I realized that my 2 swords weren't very effective against Demon of Pride either. At the start of the fight, you can see how little damage they do to the boss with a normal attack. By the way, at the start of the fight, when the boss is laughing, you can calmly go behind him and deal some damage. It won't be as much as you would like, but even that damage counts towards the overall score of a great victory. So it turns out that you need to focus on ninjutsu elements to defeat this opponent at this stage. That's why I distributed all my level points in ninjutsu. For the fight, I chose Fire Shuriken, Pinwheel Shuriken, and Kunai. I think you understand the strategy. All that's left is to execute it well in order to win. At first, I didn't even think it would be so difficult. In general, the boss has several very unpleasant attacks. Almost the entire time during the fight, I am at a distance, so all of his fan attacks, which he creates next to himself, don't scare me. They're even annoying, because I have to just stand and watch the boss. I tried to get closer, but if I didn't manage to dodge or block, these attacks destroyed my health in 2 hits. That's why I won't even try to get close to the Demon of Pride. When the boss rises high into the air, it means that he is about to fly at me and hit me very hard. But I like this attack. It is almost always possible to dodge it perfectly, because the boss flies for a long time and in a straight line, so it is very easy to predict the timing of his attack and the timing of your dodge. When Demon of Pride first enters the dark phase, nothing changes. There is only one attack, but it is not critical because the boss performs it at his feet. He jumps up and spins around, falling head first. It's a shame that he doesn't damage himself during this attack. But since I'm always far away from the boss, this attack doesn't scare me at all. All other attacks and movements are identical to what happens in the light phase, so I just continue to do my job. I dodge attacks and throw various objects at the boss. There is one attack by the boss that is very difficult to dodge. During the entire fight, this attack took away the maximum amount of my health. When the boss creates a large blue ball of water and throws it at you, you have to be very careful. The thing is, this ball has a homing ability, and it follows the character until the last moment and flies to hit them. Therefore, you need to dodge in time, and in a very short period of time, so as not to take damage. I tried to block this attack, but it still deals enormous damage to me. That's why I struggled the most with this ball. It seems to me that after hitting me, the boss laughs even more. After all, he sees the enormous damage he is causing me. The horizontal circles that the boss shoots are very easy to ignore. Although they fly in a slightly strange trajectory, they are very slow, and I have time to move away or run away. I almost never manage to dodge perfectly during this attack, because by the time they fly up, I am long gone from that spot. But I had to dodge the hated blue ball many times, and in many cases, it was a perfect dodge at the last second. I will talk about Pinwheel Shurikens separately. It is a powerful weapon that deals a lot of damage, but it must be used with caution. The best option is from medium range, when there is hope that the boss will not move chaotically to the right or left. Pinwheel Shuriken fly through the boss, inflicting a painful blow, and then return and deliver a double blow from behind. This severely damages the enemy. But if you choose the wrong distance or the boss moves erratically, this weapon will not be as effective. You only have 3 Pinwheel Shuriken in reserve, and they recharge a little slower than other throwing items, so use them wisely. As you saw, my ultimate ability was useless to me in this battle. Maybe it was just coincidence, but I couldn't get close to the boss quickly, and all the hits I landed did very little damage. The damage numbers I saw from my ultimate ability really upset me. The only plus was that I restored some of my throwing items. When the boss has less than half of his health left, his dark phase changes slightly. You will see large blue spheres appear above his head. There are a lot of them, and the only consolation is that these spheres do not have a homing effect. so when the boss throws them, you can run in a circle around the enemy, and they will always fly past you. There is another attack you should know about. When the boss puts his two fans together horizontally, the same blue ball of water is created as always, but it does not fly towards you, homing in, but breaks up into vertical blades that fly in different directions. When you are at a distance, it is always easy to see where the blade is flying, and you can not only dodge it, but simply move to the side or, conversely, remain motionless. When all the layers above the boss's head are used up in the dark phase, he will return to the light phase. In general, towards the end of the battle, like most opponents, the Demon of Pride often switches between the dark and light phases of the fight. When you look at the enemy's health bar, you realize how close victory is. At the same time, knowing how slowly damage is dealt, I realize that I will have to dodge the enemy's attacks for quite a long time. Overall, I like this battle in this mode. It may seem boring to you when you watch it, but when you are in the thick of the action and the fight goes on for so long, you understand the price of every mistake. During this fight, I had to dodge the boss's attacks countless times. The damage dealt by each blow is probably 1,000,000 times greater than the amount of health I have. I know I will have another encounter with this boss, and then I will be better prepared for the fight. When I return, it will be a completely different battle in which the boss will not be tormenting me, but I will be punishing him for chasing me around this field. But now I realize that I have completely run out of health refill jars. My health bar is almost empty, and that made me tense up considerably at that moment. For a moment, I imagined losing this battle and realized that I wouldn't want to make such a long attempt a second time. So I had no choice. I had to either win now or postpone this battle for later. In general, I seemed to have already learned all the boss's moves. I understood when I could dodge and when I had to run as far away as possible. But as often happens, a tenth of a second can play a cruel joke on you, and you press the button too late and take damage that ends the battle one step away from victory. That scared me quite a bit. I didn't want to lose. So I concentrated as hard as I could and continued to do what I do best. With each new perfect dodge, as my supply of throwing weapons replenished, my hope and belief in victory were revived. The finish line was close. At that moment, it seemed to me that something extraordinary was about to happen. Looking ahead, I really wanted to win, and was already imagining how happy I would be when it happened. But at the same time, I thought that if I lost, not only would I be unable to repeat this fight, I would be unable to play this game at all, at least today. Because so much effort had been put into this battle, and it had gone on for so long that I simply wouldn't be physically able to repeat it. Of course, I understood that if I had made it this far, I would be able to defeat this boss. If not now, then next time, which was somewhat reassuring. But one of the boss's last attacks was really scary. I didn't manage to dodge the blue ball in time, and my health dropped significantly. It was a championship match, where every opponent is exhausted and is a millimeter away from both victory and defeat. In the end, I managed to make the last perfect dodge, get a few throwing items, and finish the battle with a victory. It's an incredible feeling. I apologize, this video is unlikely to be of interest to a wide audience, as I don't show any special skills or unbeatable combos here. It's just that this match in this mode became a little more than just a game for me. So I decided to share this video so that I could watch it myself sometimes, and remember the emotions I felt during this match. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, at least for the fact that I tried my best and fought such a unique battle using only dodging and ninjutsu. It's crazy, but interesting. I also recommend watching other videos about the game Nioh 3, where I show all the other bosses and how to defeat them. See you in the next video, and take care, my friend.